I was told earlier that Paul McCartney thinks it's unprofessional for people to have, for singers and performers to have water on stage.
He's unprofessional.
He's not here, so I think it's unprofessional for people to dye their hair that long. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that online? Sorry. He had gray hair in the 80s, and now he doesn't. It's like Paul Simon after a while was like, dude, we know it's a toupee, take it off, it's okay. But I'll look like Mel Brooks. Yes, you will look like Mel Brooks, Paul Simon. I love Paul McCartney and Paul Simon. Don't anybody tell them that.
Like they know that.
Ruth grew the best tomatoes in the valley. She canned her own preserves and sold jars by the score. She had a little stand out beside the highway, and that's where she met Jeremy, the man she would adore. La la la, la la, la la la. Jeremy was driving from Braeden to Bricktown. Stopped for a spell, check out her stand. He had one taste of her tomato preserves now, and he dropped down to one knee and took Ruth by the hand. He said, be my wife and I'll build you a greenhouse. We'll love each other best that we can. Finds a crawl up the walls of your greenhouse, and I promise I will love you for as long as I can stand. La la la, la la, la la la. Well, the years went by for Ruth and for Jeremy. Wouldn't say that they were cruel, wouldn't say that they were kind. And they found out that they couldn't have a baby. Well, Jeremy took to drinking, and Ruth took to her vines. La la la, la la, la la la. She'd taken all the tomatoes out of the sunshine. Now 24-hour fluorescent lights shone down on the vines, but she still sprayed with nicotine for the bugs now, 'cause that's the way she always did it when she was young and in her prime. Now she was his wife, but she was always in the greenhouse, and he was always at the bar. This wasn't what they planned. He broke the promise of this greenhouse, 'cause he no longer loved her, so how could he stand? La la la, la la, la la la, la. Then one night a moment of clarity blew air across an ember down in Jeremy. Take my heart, and with a foggy head he raced out into the dark, heading home. La la la, la la, la la. The morning sun lit the faces of detectives, trying to put together pieces from the night before. Ruth on the porch was crying gently, and Jeremy was where he died, on the greenhouse floor. La la la, la la, la la. You see, Ruth couldn't stand to sleep in their bedroom, so she crawled into the guest bed, fell asleep in the dark. When Jeremy got home and he couldn't find his wife now, still Still drunk, he ran outside to tell her what was in his heart. La la la, la la, la la la, la. When Jeremy got out there to the greenhouse, he found a jar of whiskey, but he couldn't find his wife. And he took a deep drink when he thought that she'd left him. The whiskey tasted funny, the nicotine took his life. So Ruth tore down that old greenhouse. She covered it with earth, took the tomatoes back to the sun. But vines still grow where there used to be a greenhouse. And she knows they share love, 'cause she can see it in everyone. La la la, la la, la la la. Ruth grows the best tomatoes in the valley. She cans her own preserves and sells jars by the score.